Yeah. So, hey guys, good morning. Welcome again. Happy morning. We have a new friend joining us today from Chennai. His name is Karthigeyan, and he's the director and founder for Mivik Ventures. And he's into corporate gifting. He's the hidden Santa Claus who is responsible for, a reason and responsible for, ensuring the gifts are ready for the event, for the celebration, for the branding, both for the employees and also for people who are clients for a brand who feel good when they receive some merchandises which are branded. For Karthigeyan, I've dressed differently. I'm wearing a T-shirt and a cap which is branding, just to showcase one of the examples of what Karthigeyan does. And Karthigeyan, this is very close to my heart because I've seen both the ends of receiving the gift as an employee, and I think most of the companies I've received either caps, T-shirts, jackets, sweatshirts. We've done a lot of runs, so we had special T-shirts, built up for runs, and also as a leader, where I created some merchandises for special occasions, festivals, and anniversaries of corporates for the employees. So I know how it feels as an employee to receive it, and as a leader to arrange these merchandises which are branded for the employees. So thanks a lot for joining us on this particular show. So we would like to know more about Karthigeyan as a person, and how did you get into this passion of gifting and seeing other people happy. So over to you.
Thanks, Ravi, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to joining the show today. So, hi friends, I'm Karthigeyan. I am the founder director of Mivik Ventures, as Ravi has introduced me earlier. So, my company is into corporate gifting, and we handle all the promotional merchandises and employee motivational products for your events and product promotions and brand promotions, and even to motivate your employee, all your R&R events we handle. And my passion to more about me. I'm born and brought up in Theni, and did my schooling in Theni, and then I came to Chennai for my college. And from then on, my journey in Chennai began, and my college and my work and everything started here in Chennai itself. And happily married to Ms. Lakshmi. She's also one of the director in Mivik Ventures, and my son Kavin. He's doing his first year mechanical at SRM Katangalathur, Chennai. So this is about my personal background, and coming into my professional thing, I started my career in 2000, and my dream was to become an entrepreneur when I'm 35. So I started traveling towards that right after my college. To gain that experience and to become an entrepreneur, I felt that I have to work with a lot of stock companies where I can learn the end-to-end operations of an organization. I felt that like if I get into a corporate, I'll be confined to a small department or a project where I am going to work for. Whereas if I'm with a small organization, I'll be able to learn a lot of skill. I'll be having a scope to learn a lot of things. Sure. So that is how I joined a lot of startup organizations and started learning things one by one. And finally, my urge basically is to create something new and keep doing new things, because I hate doing repeated things, and I hate being monotonous. Right? So when I was doing the work with various industries, I initially started with the telecom industry, and then I got into HR industry. So one after the other, I was able to get something new kind of. But when I got an opportunity with this particular gifting industry, it was completely new for me. But when I got into it, I felt it was quite a wide industry compared to the other industries, what I could sense it. True. Because wherever I am, I was confined to very restricted products. Right. Wherein here, the world is my product. Right. Even if, that's what has given me an interest in this particular thing. And then the second thing is like when I give a gift or when I receive a gift, I feel more happier. So when I see that happiness in somebody else's face, who is receiving it, that makes you much more satisfied in your life itself. Right? Okay. So that is where I decided to get into this field and started taking this as a business into it. And this inspiration I got it from my mentor, Mr. TV Raghunath. And he's the one who taught me about corporate gifting, and who gave me complete support to learn a lot of things into corporate gifting. Right. So a lot of people think like corporate gifting is just buying a product, putting in the name, and transferring it to somebody else and giving it to the employees. It is not that actually. So corporate gifting actually is like you have to understand what is the event and whom is where you are going to give the gift to. It could be for at times it could be for their end users. Like if it is a promotional thing, it could be even the end user could be a layman. right? And it could be a mechanic also. At times it could be a CEOs or CMs, right? So we have to understand to whom we are going to give the gift to, and for what we are going to gift it for. So based on this, we have to work on a concept, identify a product. Sometimes we have to create a new product itself.
Right.
Right. So when we started working on this gave me a new urge, being more creative, being more thinking about new things and stuff. And when I create a gift like this and give it to somebody, and when they gift it to somebody, to that end user, and we see the end user using the product and we're being more happy about the product, that is the thing. Like you feel like, yes, I'm happier and feel more satisfied being a person. A lot of things we have been did like that. Right. So this is what is the my passion, which has been pushing me to push me into it, and still pushing me to be into this industry. With about 20 plus of experience to this, till date, touch wood, I'm able to satisfy most of my clients' requirements, and I'm being one of the preferred vendors for all my top clients whom I work with till date.
Superb journey. So, any weird gifting thoughts your clients had?
Weird gifting thoughts, yes, couple of things I can mention. So one of the automobile giant wanted to promote his product and a brand together.
Mm-hmm.
So we were working with them for quite a longer time, and we are given all the usual products, whatever is needed. And we suggested that wallets, blah 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 blah, all the gifts, whatever electronic products to customized products to desktop items, everything is suggested. Everything is a no. Then just as it was a weird thought which came into my mind. Once I've seen on his table where the one particular product which he has gotten from Spain.
Okay.
So he was meant to make it in India, but he was not able to make it. Then I thought, like, why don't we try that out in India itself? I'm not sure whether I'll be able to make it or not, but I want to try that out. But somewhere I had a confidence like I will be able to make it. Right. So I asked him, like, can you give that particular product, because that is a miniature of their actual product. It's a brake caliper and a brake disc, which is being used in all the automobiles today. Right. So we wanted to create a miniature of it. When he was trying it in India, but he was not able to make it at a lower price. So the budget what he has received is in a very, very higher side, say about 200 rupees, 250 rupees for just for a keychain.
Okay.
So I thought, like, why don't I take it up and do it for him? And I took that sample, worked on a sampling, and finally I was able to make it in metal with casting and everything at 60 rupees in supply to me.
Wow. Superb.
So this made the client very happy. And recently I'm working on making a miniature for all the top level executives for one of the other automobile giant. So they wanted to do something new for all their top executives, since they have achieved their targets and they have reached their levels. So something new, what to do new. So I said, like, give me a photograph, I'll make a miniature of them and give it to them.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because you cannot generally you basically get photographs of your kids or your parents or elderly, but occasions like this make it happen where you get your own miniatures designed. So that's through 3D printing.
Not 3D printing, it's a doll.
Okay.
It's an actual doll, something like this.
Oh wow.
So here you can see man. So here what we are doing is, instead of this, sorry, it's an Iron Man. Instead of Iron Man, you will be standing with your uniform and your actual head. It's completely made of clay. It is an actual doll which you could keep it in your showpiece.
Super, good one.
And when you keep it on your table and when you look at it with your testimonial written with the particular text, I cannot reveal that now because since the event is yet to happen. So with that particular achievement, what they have made and their name personalized below that, it makes them feel more special.
True. Yeah.
And they really deserve that because they achieved such a good level of things and business.
Yeah. So rewards and recognition, is one key factor for any, corporate. So do you think that there is a trend which is like evolving now where they're, more moving into rewards and recognition, or do you feel that it's like fading away?
No, rewards and recognitions is an essential part which could never fade away, because however it is, whether employees are working from home or whether they are working in their office, motivation is a key factor for everyone to achieve their targets and make them grow in their career. Right? For few, it could be an inner thing. A few, it could be through any of the products. It could be a product. It could be some kind of motivational speech or something like that. But rewards and recognitions play a very vital role in every organization to motivate their employees and to push them to reach out to their targets. And when it comes to the kind of products, what they can give it for rewards and recognition, it varies from companies to companies and kind of budgets what they have and stuff. Most of the times, the kind of trophies what they receive is one of the key elements which they cherish when they receive the trophy. Any other products like apart from trophies, we also give a lot of electronic products to them, a lot of household utensils for them of various values and stuff. But still, trophies are trophies always.
Cool.
So I think rewards and recognitions is a very key element which will be a part forever. That's what my gut feels.
Good. Touch wood. So, with respect to deadlines, how are they? Some of the clients might be asking like things in very short notice. The celebration is there, or the day is very close by. So, how do you cope up as as Karthigeyan? How do you cope up with this particular pressure in terms of timelines, short timelines?
See, this is what is pushing me till date, and this is what I also liked it. Because I know my clients, because even this particular event which I was talking with, we are working on this event for the past 1.5 months. Still, the product is not finalized. Only one set is finalized, 2 more sets are yet to be finalized. Okay. The event is going to be, I hardly have about 15 days for this event, wherein the production time what I require is 25 days.
Got you.
Okay. So always it will be like this, and we are also bound to work with boundaries like this. And at times, yes, it is a kind of a stressful journey, but it makes us learn a lot of things, how we could cope up, how we can split up the jobs, how we can give it in multiple places and assemble it together and give it back to the client with the finished structure. It gives us opens up a lot of different dimensions of thinking for you to get your job done within the stipulated timeline, irrespective of whatever the hurdles and things what you have. So ultimate goal what we look at is to how to achieve the target. Yeah. How do we satisfy the client by giving the products on the right time? So since we got used to it, and at most I love to do things. A lot of challenging jobs is what I love to do. I take up challenges, and touch wood, my clients also trust me on this. And lot of last minute orders, they blindly trust me and give it to me, and they will not even follow it up with me. They say 11 o'clock the event starts. 10:45, maximum 10:55, then it will be there in the time space right at the event spot. And though there are times where my team stands with the client and distributes the gifts and comes back.
Yeah, that's a good gesture.
We handle it accordingly wherever the event handles. Sometimes the event will be there in their companies, inside their company itself. Sometimes it will be happening in somewhere in any of the resorts close by or in some other place. So wherever it is, we ensure the material reaches to the client right on time, before time.
Super.
That's what till yet we have not missed on our deadlines.
Okay. So Karthigeyan, this is the era of startups. So you might have a lot of small companies, with a client list which has got big brands and all that. Do you also cater to them? Do you also take care of the small requirements?
Yeah, we work with all the big brands, and when it comes to big brands and stuff, we cannot tell them like we'll be working only for the bigger requirements. At times requirements would be very, very big. At times it could be 1 or 2 pieces also. So depending upon their need and things, we satisfy the clients. And for us, whether it is a one piece order, whether it is going to be a 1,000-piece order, everything is one and the same.
Okay. So startups are also taken care of.
Yes, they give the same effort, same focus, and the same quality for every product. And one thing what me and my team strongly believe is like we think twice before committing to the client. Once committed, we never think back. The commitment is a commitment which is given, and we always travel towards fulfilling the commitment to the clients, come what may.
Okay. So friends, we have a short video of merchandisers with Mivik Ventures take care of. So here is a short video. This is a clipping of all the merchandisers that they deliver. Superb collection. I really love the creatives at the end. The miniatures and the laptop. I love the design of the laptop where you can actually use it as a backpack and also carry it along. I think some of these things make a lot
Overnight
of
bag.
difference.
It's an overnight. It's a convertible laptop bag.
Convertible laptop, yeah. So you don't have to look like a college boy when you're working. So while you're on a bike, you can
If you
use
want to
it
look
as
like a college
a
boy, you can look like a college boy also. And if you want to look like a professional, you can
you can
just
look like.
remote and you can look like a professional. That's all.
Super good. So what drives you in this particular business, and what are the every business you have certain ethics you follow, certain things which you feel that okay, this is how I will drive the business. So what's Karthigeyan's style of driving a business as an entrepreneur?
Okay. So number one is the confidentiality what I work with my clients, because
Hmm.
wherever I work as a gifting consultant for them. And most of the times the product would have reached the market. Most of the time the product would not have reached the market. Right. So there, as a vendor of my client, I strictly follow the confidentiality. Like I don't reveal the information to anybody for that matter. Even my own team members will know which product is going and where it is going and what time it has to do. But they will not know the background, and they also should not reveal for what they will not know the purpose to discuss with anybody else. Because that is one of the key elements when they go on for a new product launch or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So that confidentiality, which we is the first thing what we maintain with my all my clients. And the second thing is like we also work with similar clients.
Hmm.
So automobile, if you look at, we have multiple automobile car companies working with us. So we don't share like this automobile company has did this, you also do this. Those kind of things I never do that, because they have their own target segments. We work for that particular segment, and we never compare the clients. We never reveal what this client is doing to the other client and that client to this client. Right. So that is one thing which we strongly believe in, and then the commitments what we keep. As I told you earlier, everything and every way we work on deadlines, and our products, though however big the event is, this gift item which we are going to give to the chief guest or the participants plays a very vital role there. So it is like in Tamil we have a thing. You do the marriage with you spend out crores and crores of rupees for marriage, and if the food is not good in the marriage, people who attend the marriage will say the marriage is not good.
Yeah.
But the
I
food
agree.
plays a very minimal role there. Similarly, my product, the gift items plays a very minimal role there. But if the quality is not good and if it is not being given on time, the entire event goes for a toss. People will say the event is not good. Right. So we take care of each and everything in of the product, right from the textures to quality of the product to when if you need to. We also ship it to a lot of the different locations across India. Even now during this COVID time, we have conducted an R&R event for the company wherein the trophies has gone to every employee's residence with a
Oh,
chocolate box, a book, and a trophy packed in a box.
that's a
So
good
we
gesture.
ensure that the packing is also being taken care. The box what we have in which the product is kept is also in made in a classy way, so that when they receive the box, they should feel like yes, I'm being recognized by the company. So that is
Good.
what we have created, and that is the care which we take right from the packaging item till the end product which the client receives in their hand. Right. So this is one thing which we strongly believe in. And it is not like we show a product to them and supply something similar to that. Right. At times, yes, there might be chances which might have arisen, but there is a very exceptional case where I could accept this excuse, say about 1 or 2%. Right.
Yeah.
Maximum 90 to 98, 99%, whatever I show to the client, I deliver it to the client.
Okay.
Whether
No
we take
deviations.
time to understand whether the material is available or not, check the availability of the products, take up the confirmation on this sort of things. At times we block the stocks, then show the material to the clients. And if the client says, yes, I want this, whatever he has asked for, he will be happy when we give what he wants, rather than what we making him accept what we have.
True.
So that is one thing what we strongly believe in. If you want A, I'll give you only A. I will not give you A1 or A2 or A3.
Got it. So, Karthika, we have some rapid fire questions for you so that our friends get to know you well. Are you all set?
Uh, yeah, please, let's go.
Okay. What are you currently worried about? Everybody had some worries, some experiences, some good experience and all that. What are you worried about, or what did you learn from pandemic?
Um, Worry in the sense I'm not much worried about anything because I really don't worry for anything because I strongly believe like worrying will not give you a solution for anything. Right?
Okay.
The situation has come across. You have to look at how to overcome the situation. And this pandemic has taught me a lot of things, and on looking at different dimensions, what all we can do, and it has not stopped me from doing my business. Rather, I would say like during this pandemic, my business has not come down, and we are maintaining this. We are sustaining the same as what we did last year. And if it goes in the same phase, I will be exceeding the business what I've done last year.
Super.
So that is
Congratulations.
what
Good
well,
job.
it has given a lot of experiences, a lot of new things to us, and the way I look at my business itself is totally different now compared to the earlier days. A lot of opportunities has opened up.
True. Good. God bless you on that. So, what weird food combination that Karthikeyan really enjoys?
Come again?
Weird food combination that Karthikeyan enjoys eating.
Weird food combination I enjoy eating is different dishes in non-veg.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Some red flags that you watch for every day while doing business with other corporates. What are the things you are very careful about? What do you look for? Some of the corporates or small businesses before you get in touch with them or do business with them.
So one thing, what I look at them is the credibility of the client whom I'm going to work with, whether it is small or big. So the genuinity what they have. So I also should be genuine to them. At the same time, they also should be genuine with me, right? So those things I look at. I don't look at look at their banner, whether it is big or small, right? I look at the credentials of this. How good are they, and what are the kind of services they do into the market, and whether this business what I'm going to do with them is going to be long-term association or going to be a short-term association and kind of things. And I always look at a long-term association with any clients whom I'm working with. And to be very proud, the clients whom I'm associated till date are with me for at least for the last 8 to 9 years time.
Good.
So this is the kind of longevity what I look at with working with all my clients. And red flag, yes, there are places where, as everybody worries about the payment schedule, because I
Hmm.
work on credits, wherein I buy the products upfront and I give it on credits to the clients. So that is one red flag which I should be cautious on all the times before choosing my client and supplying it to my clients.
Okay. Where do you get your news from? So, which channel or which app you get your daily news from?
Daily news from.
News, yeah. Which TV channel or which news
I
channel do you really watch?
I normally watch some of the Tamil news channels to
Mm-hmm.
know my state news. And apart from that, only through discussion through friends, business news and business updates and stuff, I have a couple of my friends who constantly will be updated on the news about the current industry scenarios and stuff. And they are my live news feeds. Because I'm a guy who's a poor reader. Listening also I can do it, if it is my business, yes, I would sit and do things. But when it comes to news and stuff, I don't spend much of my time into it. Rather, I take the information from my friends who are good at it. Who are good at it.
What are the childhood bedtime stories that you heard during your childhood?
Childhood bedtime stories I remember is that crow story,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple of moral stories like yeah, crow story is one which I constantly remember, and nothing much. My grandmother used to tell me a lot about Mahabharata
Mm-hmm.
and Ramayana. They used to tell us that it will go as episodes and episodes. They will every night they will be giving us some good things, and in fact that has taught me a lot of things like what should I do, what should not I do, what I should not do, and that kind of things. So one constant preaching what she used to give me after every story is like, keep thinking good, keep doing good. So if you do good, if you think good, good things will reach out to you. If you do, even if you think bad of to somebody else, before it gets to them, it will reach out to you, and then it will reach out to the others. So that's what she has preached me from my childhood with all these things. So these are the stories which I remember from my childhood.
What are the childhood bedtime stories that you have told your kids?
My kid, really, I've not told him any childhood story because my wife was completely taking care of it. I was completely busy with my career, and bedtime stories, though, I've never done with my son at all. And that is one thing which he still misses miss with me. And during his childhood, yes, I was not able to tell him any bedtime stories. But now, when he has come into his teens, yes, I think I am his best friend, wherein I'm able to guide him in all the aspects wherever he is required, and I'm there with him whenever he is required.
Cool. So being an entrepreneur needs a lot of motivation, everyday motivation, because not every day is a rosy day. It's not like corporate where business keeps going, checks keep coming in. Which movie keeps you motivated, and you can watch it again and again?
So I'll not say a movie. I love a song
Mm-hmm.
from Padayappa movie, that Vetti Kudigattu song. So that if you look at the Vetti Kudigattu, Tharaikkile Muttu Mare Muttu, in the song it is like you will be getting a lot of obstacles and struggles in your path. So you have to pass through it and achieve your goal. So whenever I feel demotivated, I think demotivated, or when I feel down, somehow from somewhere I could listen to the song. It's not that I have to go and play, listen to the song and sit for the song, but it happens as it is. So till date, that's how it is working out for me, and this is one of the good motivational song what I which comes to me, keeps coming to me and keep pushing me ahead.
Okay. Like a Santa Claus, you've been gifting and helping a lot of companies, corporates, and then a lot of individuals, in terms of gifting. Anytime did you receive a gift back from the company saying that, Karthika, we really loved this, this is a return gift to you?
We have not received a gift back, but we have received a lot of testimonials from my clients, like unexpected testimonials from my clients. When I said a couple of days back, when I said I was just talking to one of my clients and I was telling like I'm just updating my websites. I'm going to do a presentation with some new client and that stuff. And surprisingly, he has given me a video testimonial, saying that
Wow.
in your presentation, add this also, Karthigeyan, so that when you present to your client, so you can tell us like in about us page, you can tell them like don't go and tell them like why you want to connect to this. Instead of you telling, play this video to them. So
Okay.
I will tell them why should they connect to you.
Superb.
So
I
this
think
is the kind of gift, unexpected gift what I could receive my client, and in fact I feel than receiving a bag, a bunch of gift items or products or stuff. This
this is important.
testimonial of the client, that a video testimonial or written testimonial of the client, which gives us when they give it to us, without even we asking them, is what is a key motivator for us, and that is what makes us much and more motivated towards looking at new things. And yes, when I receive this on the one side, yes, I'm very happy about it. On the other side, I have to sustain it so that I have to keep moving myself, keep always on my
That's a
toes.
responsibility. You have to always keep it on. Okay. So you worked in corporates and then you became an entrepreneur. So Karthikeyan, have you ever uh, experienced an epic way of somebody quitting their job and becoming an entrepreneur?
Yes, quitting their job, and see any entrepreneur, if they are working with a different company, they have to quit their job and then they have to become an entrepreneur. So the ethic way is like in my journey. I would explain, right? I was working for a corporate gifting company in Bangalore,
Mm-hmm.
and when I came to the Chennai, I was handling their Chennai franchisee, the Chennai franchisee here. And when I looked at opening up my own business and things, I straight away went ahead to my boss, whom I mentioned earlier, Mr. T. Ramnath, and told him like I wanted to start a similar gifting company in Chennai. And he was, without even having a second thought, he said, "You're already handling it there. If you want to start your own company, start your own company."
Good.
So even till date, I support all his clients in Chennai, and my whom I wanted in Bangalore, any support I wanted to record in Bangalore, he supports me in Bangalore. So that's how we don't we never have looked at each other, though we are in the same domain of business. Most of the places we work with similar clients, but we make sure that wherever he is there, I don't work with the client, and wherever I am there, he will not work with the client.
Wow. That's a
So
good
this kind of
understanding.
collaboration. So this kind of, if anybody who wanted to become an entrepreneur, it is not like just like quit the job, come out of the job company, and however you have to quit the job, come out of the company, and start an organization. But when you do that, don't ever go on an unethical way of going and grabbing the other existing clients' business and things. See, that could work out at a for time being for you to feed you in the beginning, but in the longer run, you will lose the confidence of the client.
True.
Right? Whatever you are going to do to your client, your employer today, same thing is how your employee will do it for you later.
Yeah.
Right?
The karma will
So
return
keeping
back.
that in mind, do whatever you are doing, do it in an ethical way, and don't look at anything as in competition. Look at the things how you can collaborate with.
Okay. Any time in your life you went out of the way to help somebody?
A lot of a lot of times. See, even in my career ways also, I have went out of the way to help a couple of my friends. Wherein one recent incident is like one of my friend had to go through a very tough time in his business. So he was completely demotivated, and he was almost completely rejected, and was almost about to come out of that line at all. And he was stagnant at a point in time how to proceed further and stuff. So there I had to focus completely on him, support him, stand with them, stand by him, and do things. Wherein I had completely given my business to my employees to handle it. Went into his business, settled it for him, and then gave it back in his hands and came back. I come out.
Super, good
So
one.
a lot of things like this happen. In fact, I would love to do these kind of things when for to support needy people. And I'm also associated with a couple of NGOs where they do educational support for people, where they do moral support for old age homes and stuff.
Okay, so I'm done with the rapid fire
Now,
question. Yeah, but how did you get into the adventure sports? Maybe can you, talk a bit about that?
yeah, Adventure Sports is another company which I was working with initially before getting into this company gifting business. So there I felt like, as I told you earlier, I always wanted to experience something new. So this adventure amusement park is a new business which I felt, and I wanted to get into that and look at it, how it comes and stuff. And one thing is like than looking at it as more of a sport, we can look at it more of a learning aspect from each and every activity which is being designed inside. Because the kind of activities what we had in the adventure sports place is a completely team-based activity, and every activity has a learning at the end. So that learning depends upon the individuals, how they pursue that activity, how they look at it, how they do the activity and things. Few will complete and they will have a different learning altogether. Few will quit in between, and they also will be having a learning on why they quit, and how could they how could have been done better. So that gives us a new energy and new learnings day by day. And that is how I got into that venture, and eventually I had to take over the company at a particular time. Joined as an employee there, and took over the company, and I become the franchisee owner of the same company whom I was working for. And then when it reached a particular level, I have to, due to some reasons, I had to come out of it and start getting into this my own gifting business again. So till that time, my wife was handling the gifting business, and again I joined back with my wife now and doing this gifting business now. Yes, adventure sports is my one of my passion, which I'll be getting in near future.
Super. So Karthigeyan, you have this particular skill. You worked in corporates. You're an entrepreneur. You have this nag where for what people will be happy. So with all this experience, if you become the chief minister, what are the positive reforms you would focus on?
If I become the chief minister, first thing is like I would look at empowering the youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So because in today's youngsters, if you look at, they have a lot of new ideas and a lot of new reformatory things which they could implement in, but they don't have a proper support to do it. Right. So I would like to empower them on those angles and do the needful support for them. On the other side, like a lot of organizational or first thing I'll be cutting off all the freebies whichever people are getting. No freebies. Because that is the one which I feel is spoiling the entire community to the core. So whatever you want, work for it, earn for it. Because only when you work for it and when you earn it, that gives a complete satisfaction to you. When you take it as a freebie, you're not worried about that particular. You don't know the value of that particular thing. Right? And because you're getting you get the basic. Getting a freebie for something is different, but getting your basics as a freebie is different.
Got it.
Right. So when you put the basics as your freebie, in fact you're corrupting yourself.
Got
So
it.
that is the thing you have to stop first, and then import it. I think basically if I do these two things, and then rest things will fall into place, is what I believe.
Yeah. Thank you, Karthikeyan, for joining us on this show and describing your life journey and how it is to gift and the importance of some of these merchandises, highlighting the facts on that. and also being the Santa Claus behind the scenes, because a lot of people in the office wouldn't have seen you and wouldn't have known who's behind the scenes for making this experience well, whether it is for rewards and recognition or small gifting items on occasions like New Year, Diwali, etc. But thanks for doing this. I'm sure this is a thankless job because you're not highlighted in most of the locations, but people only admin managers or procurement heads know you as a person. Others don't. And thanks a lot for it's the message which you passed on, saying that you give the same experience for whether it's a startup, small business, or if it's a small quantity versus big corporates. I think that makes a lot of sense. That derives and the way you drive the business. So thanks a lot for sharing your journey in this particular show. And friends who are connecting, who've seen this particular live, we'll share the social handles and the websites of Mivik Ventures and for Karthigeyan. So do connect with him and check out for crazy ideas what Karthigeyan is up to. And do follow him and wish him all the best and whatever he's doing. So thank you, friends. So Karthigeyan, anything you want to say
Thank you
before
so
we
much.
close the show?
Thank you so much, Ravi, for giving this opportunity, and thank you, friends, for watching this video live. And do let me know if your feedbacks on what all areas we have to work towards, and what all areas you feel like there's better, and we have to just keep going and improvising there, right? So your feedbacks in terms of even this interview, and in fact, I think I've shared most of my business, how I take it and things. For that particular development and things, if you have any ideas and suggestions, please feel free to get in touch with me and connect me on that.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you so much, friends, and thanks, Ravi, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Karthigeyan. Have a blessed day. Take care.
Thanks. Thank you.